So that was fiery. This was a test of the SATV-1 Vanguard, which was named that in case it caught on fire on the pad, which it did. The SATV program is for mainly testing a flight computer and low-speed, low-altitude test flights. It seems for the single-axis test vehicle. It can only gimbal 1 inch, and hence the single-axis part of it. But it will also eventually have fins on the sides, perpendicular to the axis that doesn't have the gimbal on it. So, yeah, the flight computer that I'm currently using also has no special data logging or anything on it. I just want to make it fly by the end of the year. So, it would mainly also test the software that I'm using, which isn't that great, but it works. So I'm actually on the controller. Currently, there's only a P gain in the PID controller, since I do not want to have to work on the integral and derivative gains, since proportional gains are easy. I actually have everything. I had everything ready for the old vehicle, but now I've added a lot to it, which I'll get in a second. So, on to the test. This test was a semi-failure. Tested the flame diverter, the launch pad, and the stress engine mount can take. Other than the launch pad, none of these works. So, everything started with the engine mount. I may or may not have used hot glue in a high heat environment, which caused the engine mount to become dislodged and catch the launch pad and the vehicle on fire. So I may or may not have done that, but I think you know what happened. So the second issue arised after burnout. While the delay charging is still burning, almost everything on the pad is connected with blue tape. And the blue tape ended up igniting everything on the pad. So, these problems are not great, but there are simple solutions to them. I could just use a heat-resistant epoxy instead of hot glue and make an actual flame trench, which I'm actually doing right now. So, I'm currently working on a new engine mount, which will be made out of PVC instead of the just cardboard tube that I wrapped in aluminum tape to help with thermal considerations, but turned out not to work that great since it melted. So anyway, this was the mount, but it also no longer exists. I'm currently working on making a new mount. Later today, I am getting some iron piping for the flame trench and some PVC for the TVC mount. PVC for the TVC. So that was a test. It was okay. And now I'm starting on other projects that will take place in 2021. All of them will have times that are high pressure, but one will be a lot higher pressure than others, maybe 3,000 psi. Depend for that project. But anyways, thanks for watching. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time.